Alright, okay, I think we're back. Okay, I'm very sorry about that, but I think the stream is back up now. Okay, so where were we? Okay, this thing's gonna need wings, of course. Okay, so this is actually a decent TWR. A bit high, but like, oh well. Alright, so let's give this thing wings. I'm thinking of these swept wings. I mean, they're a bit on the small side. Originally, what I actually wanted to do was, have the wings fold upwards, you know, during takeoff to, like, reduce the drag, but that's not really going to work. Maybe with Mark III parts where, you know, you have more of a like, vertical space to work with. That could, you know, potentially work. But with Mark II parts, I don't think that's really possible. So, yeah. Can't use those wings. They have really bad heat tolerance, as you can see. I don't... Yeah, I'm missing some of the, advanced wings, but that's fine. I could just grab, like, some of these. These wings are pretty good. I could just weak scale them. Wow, that's, rather large. Okay. So if I go for something like 150%, then check out my lift and my center of lift. Okay, so ArcAerospace just doesn't want to tell me. Brilliant. Okay. Well, what if I give this thing elevons? I never know which one to use. I guess I'll just use elevon 1. I don't know why they do that. Okay. Now will you take? Nope, it's not gonna tell me. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay, so I don't know why it's really doing this. Like, it should be telling me where the center of mass and center of lift and stuff is, but it's not. Great. This thing's actually surprisingly cheap. I'm surprised. Okay, we also don't have... To be honest, before I start doing wings, I should actually, you know, finish this orbiter. We're going to need some sort of electrical generation, so that, you know, for that we're probably going to have solar panels. We're going to want the retractable ones. I don't want to have, like, crazy bad drag just from these solar panels, so yeah, not sure what to do with that. I could, you know, put them inside the cargo bay. That's kind of neat. They're not perfectly stowed. Let's see. Okay, well, what I'll do, I'll offset these tanks downwards a little bit, and then I can place these solar panels kind of further down. It will let me. I'm sure it won't. Okay, there we go. Welcome back, here, Mag. Yeah, I'm sorry about the crash. That is just the way things are sometimes. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to want these to be rotated upwards a little bit, so that they can actually clear the cargo bay. Okay, so at the moment, it's not doing that. Okay, so something like that is pretty good. And, so when these are retracted, they should be, yeah, nicely folded away. Okay, that's what we want. Ferrum Aerospace, please. I don't know how to use this, but, like, it's not... This thing doesn't... I don't trust that that's where the center of lift is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what any of this stuff does, but yeah. Okay, whatever. We'll worry about the orbiter real quick. Okay, so okay, quick check. So we have electrical generation. We have decent storage actually. We can last for like 2 hours during the night, which is good. Okay. Water, oxygen, nitrogen, food, all looking good. This is fine. We have shielding. I mean, to be honest, like, something... Okay, so... I don't know if I'm happy with just 2 Kerbals. I might actually increase the capacity to 4. Which is, you know, a bit of a last-minute decision, but it's only 2 extra tons. I think that's acceptable. Now we've lost a bit of Delta V, but that's okay. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of having 6 Kerbals. This thing. What I might do is add more fuel to this. Because now we don't have as much Delta V as I really wanted, so... might use the long adapter, which is essentially a bigger fuel tank. And now we need a bigger engine, you see. The rocket equation, it's a wonderful thing. Alright, so I think... Where is it? It's just called Orbital Maneuvering Engine. Very creative name. But there we go. Still don't have as much Delta V as I wanted. We're just gonna have to keep adding fuel, you know. Okay, this is pretty good. TWR is low, but not horrible. Not, you know, it could be worse. I think I might have an engine that's slightly more powerful than this orbital maneuvering engine. I don't really, to be honest. It's probably the best engine for its size. For sure. Alright, okay. So, that looks pretty good. It's pretty long, which isn't, you know, ideal. Stacking this thing onto a booster is going to be a bit awkward, but... Alright, so the main reason I went for these swept wings was just because I like the look of them. I don't know if they're actually the best choice in terms of wings. You know, we might have to go for something a little bit different. I never know what wings to go for, to be honest. You can use some of these structural wings. These have good heat tolerance. But honestly, I don't know what to use. I could upscale these engines, to be honest. Like, that's probably too big. I think I want more of a flat wing area than a wide one. Because that will, you know, decrease drag. Because you don't want loads of drag at the top of your rocket. You know, that's gonna make it unstable. Still doesn't want to tell me where my center of lift is. Yeah, okay. If I just put this like slightly behind center of mass. Use the wings with the liquid fuel in them and the wing strakes. The one from the space shuttle. Yep, that's normally what I use, but I don't have them unlocked. So, big shame. And plus, I don't think I'd use the liquid fuel reserves because we're running on liquid fuel and oxidizer here. So, you know, adding extra liquid fuel would kind of be useless. I could make a procedural wing, but I honestly don't know how to use, you know, that mod. I need to name this, actually. I'm going to name it Spaceplane for now, but we'll give it a proper name at some point. I want to see, like, how much science it is for these space shuttle wings, because they are good. But if anyone knows how to use the procedural wings mod and is willing to help me out, then I'd appreciate that. I mean, I could look up a tutorial, but that's effort, you know. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that the space shuttle wings come at heavy aerodynamics or something, whatever it's called. And I think that upgrade costs 550 science, if I'm remembering correctly. So, although there are some separate upgrades in this tech tree, you know, just for wings. Let's have a look. We have high altitude flight. Heavy aerodynamics is 300. That does not give us the wings. Okay, this one does, and that's 550. Deployable wing. Damn, that sounds pretty epic. Strato launch. I mean, cool idea to be honest, and it's definitely something you can do with FMRS, which I do have. Air launching, air launching, I might do it at some point in this series. Just for fun. But when it comes to, is it viable? I mean, it is viable, for sure, but it's a lot of hassle for what it is. Oh, and by the way, EVSAT. I've done a bit of work with EVSAT off stream. What engines do I have unlocked? I don't have nuclear engines, no Rapier engines, only some, fairly basic jet engines. But EVSAT, I've done a bit of work, got it into a low EVE orbit. It's just doing ScanSat now. And yeah, critical failures. I don't want to spoil anything because this is going to be in the next video. So I'm not gonna spoil exactly what that critical failure was, but yeah, just putting that out there. But yeah, as you can see, we have got a lot of science from EVSAT, so that's definitely going to be a big help. Okay, so to be honest, it might be worth making a procedural wing because it's kind of hard to use that mod, but the advantage is you can do literally whatever you want with it. So, once you've actually learned it, so could be worth it. Okay, so now it's showing me my center of pressure now. That's pretty important, or center of lift, as I should call it, since it's a plane. We also need to worry about how much wing area we actually have, because at the moment this is not enough wing area to keep this thing up. Although these Mark II parts do generate a decent amount of lift. If I go here, apparently these don't. Does this one? Maybe it doesn't. But okay, well, I thought that these parts generate extra lift. Maybe they don't, but whatever. Okay. Since we don't have any large wings really unlocked, I could just try and make myself a wing out of these procedural parts. So you know what? We're going to learn this together. We're going to, I haven't learned how to make these procedural wings before, but it's probably something that's quite useful, being able to make your own wings is pretty, pretty useful. Okay, so we're going to hit J to open up our menu. And yeah. This is what we are greeted with. So, I guess that's... Okay, that's like the... I don't even know what it's called, but you know what I mean. Yeah. I'm going to do a bit of this. Okay, I don't want it to be like that much. But I think you can see what I'm going for here. I guess we can go for a kind of delta shape. That's quite nice. I kind of like that kind of shape. I think that looks cool. Okay. Very finicky. But I think you can see what I'm going for here. I'm gonna make this a bit more pointy, I guess. What's the highest ISP rocket engine I have? Good question. It's probably the Cheetah, which has 355 ISP. Let's see, 342, 325. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the Cheetah engine. I'd be surprised if I have anything that's actually better. I mean, some of these these aren't fantastic actually. 435 is decent for a small. But yeah, I guess it's the Cheetah. Cheetah's a solid engine. You know, it's also stock, so that's great. Okay. We will also need control surfaces. That is very important. I should also see where my center of mass is when I've, you know, drained all of my fuel tanks. And, okay, so I've been looking at my Delta V, and I've made a big mistake here. So basically, that's my Delta V with an empty cargo bay. And I'm probably going to want to put stuff in here, so yeah, there you go. Yeah, not really sure what I'm going to do about that. The cargo bay is also a bit small. So for now, this is going to be, I guess, more of a small sat kind of launcher. I can always extend it if I want. No Wolfhound, nope, that's quite a late game engine. I mean, I have some very good engines unlocked, like this MVAC engine is pretty insane. Oh, but yeah, Wolfhound is definitely late game. It's a very, very good engine though. Alright, so I guess I'm just gonna throw a procedural tank in here and use that as a weight. See how get that, okay. I'm gonna turn off fuel drainage. Okay, so as you can see, we have a little bit less Delta V. And, you know, that payload mass is only a couple tons actually, so you know, not brilliant, definitely not brilliant, but you know, as something to, you know, just sending stuff to space, you know, it's enough. Okay. So I think we have enough wing area. Now we just need control surfaces. And, oh yeah, a tail fin would be great. Let's see what tail fins I have. I guess I could just use the one called tail fin. And, you know, put that right at the back. Because I'm not a fan of this, like, adapter tank. It does look very strange. We also don't want our tail fin to be backwards. That's also strange. I don't know why KSP does this. Sometimes it just doesn't let you pick up a part. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to rotate this 180 degrees. There we go. It's not perfect, but whatever. Okay, well, I might... What might I do? I might leave it like this. I'm not a fan of this long adapter thing, so I might replace it for some extra, like, normal tanks. And then some... No, extra normal tanks and then a smaller adapter. Might be the way to go here. Welcome, Robster, please. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Is it going to be a purely rocket-powered spaceplane, or am I going to use jet engines as well to fly to a high altitude and high speeds? The plan of this is going to be to launch this on a booster, which I might make reusable. That kind of depends. We'll see how it goes. Might be a lot more difficult than I think. But, you know, if I can have a cheap expendable booster, that's also fine by me. But yeah, my stream, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Robster. Alright, let's put these wings back on. And close this. I don't know if that affects anything, but it probably does. Yeah, I'll definitely do some simulations, and my center pressure is not up there. Hang on. See if this fixes it. Yeah, no SSTO. SSTOs are, yeah, difficult without Rapier engines, and I mean, we have Panther, which is decent, but you know, it's not great for hypersonic flight. For that, you kind of want the Whiplash engine, which I do not have unlocked. So yeah. Alright, it's still lying to me about my center pressure, which is, I mean, whatever. Alright, I could try out these reusable control surfaces. Why did I say reusable? Procedural. Where am I going? I think this will just be a low carbon orbit spaceplane. You know, for now. I just want a slightly cheaper way of, you know, launching Kerbals into space. I'm trying to, you know, I'm hoping I can do more stuff at my space station, because at the moment I've just sent crew there once and that's it. So, you know, I'm kind of want to get my money's worth out of that. I do want to send up new modules as well, because there's a lot of orbital science I am missing out on at the moment. Alright, let's get this rotated the right way. I've realized that I haven't made an SSTO in a long time. I used to make them all the time, but I guess kind of, well, I've been doing this mod career series a lot, of course, so yeah, we have not done an SSTO on this because SSTOs require actual advanced parts, which we don't have. Okay, I don't know why it's acting weird like that, but that's fine. Let's just see, what can I do? I guess I could just have you know, one big control surface like that. Probably be fine. I'm not a fan of that tail fin, so what I'm going to do is get rid of it and put a procedural one. Not this again. Come on. Okay. Procedural wing. Actually, I want this to be Actually, do I? I think this this is like a wing that can entirely move, so yeah, that sounds good. Okay. So we're gonna go for, oh man, I'm not used to this mod. We're gonna go for this kind of thing. Move it in on that side a little bit. Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of this. It's an awkward mod to use, but I'll get used to it. It doesn't want to let me grab that bottom node, which is kind of annoying. Actually, that's fine. I can just offset it. Alright, I don't know if it's probably too wide at the moment, so do a bit of that. And then, actually no, we do want it to be wider at the bottom. That is a cool space station. I'm assuming that you went and looked at my video I did on it, in which case, thank you very much. I mean, at the moment, it's pretty basic. It's pretty, you know, not a whole lot going on. But I hope to change that soon. Yeah, I would like to add new modules. Let's see, I don't think this is actually, it's not quite rotated properly. I also have two of these, which is not what I wanted. Okay, what I'm going to do is offset this slightly into my fuel tank so that, you know, it's not weird, I guess. And then, how do I get this to... Okay, so I need to do that. And then that, I think. It's weird. I'm not a fan. But I think that's good enough. I don't know how to make this thing pointy. Whatever. Like, it's okay. It's okay. It could be prettier, but I think I'm okay with this. I'm not a fan of the two different textures. Use let's see. Edge, trailing, and leading. Okay, I see how this works. So surface. Ah, okay, surface top and bottom needs to, yeah. There we go. That looks better in my opinion. Okay, let's close this window. Cool. I guess I'll take this for a test flight in just a moment. I'm gonna exit the spaceflight hangar and go back in, so hopefully my center of lift indicator will have fixed itself. Alright, so I guess I'll run a simulation and see how well it flies. So yeah, I guess the reason I'm doing this is I don't want to have to, you know, spend a bunch of funds every time I want to send Kerbals up into space. I might be able to make this system fully reusable, but, you know, if I can have a reusable booster, that would be pretty cool, but, I mean, if anyone's tried to make a reusable booster, then they probably know that it does take away from your, you know, you need a bigger booster than, you know, if it were expendable. So, you know, I guess we'll also have to design a new booster. Haven't actually done any sort of reusable rocketry in this series. So, I guess this is pretty cool. Alright, we should have this thing loaded up in just a second. There we go. And, okay. So, as you can see, our center of pressure is pretty far behind our center of mass, which is... which means it will be more stable. But then, the further back it is, the harder it is to keep the nose up. Like, the more torque. I mean, or... Is that what I mean? But yeah, whatever. So, I should also test this with empty fuel tanks. So, the center of mass moves forward in this case, which is actually kind of rare. Normally in space planes, your center of mass moves backwards and your plane will become less stable. However, you have to remember that we are going to have a payload most of the time. But I think that, yeah, this fuel definitely does outweigh the payload by a lot. So yeah, that is a lot of mods. It is it is a lot of mods, and it's definitely impacting my game's performance. So yeah, no, yeah, you have to be careful with mods. Don't install too many is my advice. It's very easy to get carried away, like I have done. I've got very carried away with installing mods. Okay. So how am I going to do this? Okay, what I'm going to do is put myself into orbit of Kerbin and just try to re-enter this. Okay, let's start the simulation. So for those who aren't familiar with the crash mod, it lets you simulate a you know, a craft or whatever. And it does cost funds to set up and run the simulation. But you know, hopefully it should be worth it. You know, it's all part of the development process. When you can kind of do this in stock, you can like launch it, use cheats to get it wherever you want, and then just revert the flight. But you know, we're not reverting flights or quick saving in this series, so. And also, it's nice to have a cost for simulating, you know. It means that you can't like try out an entire mission. I mean, you could try out an entire mission, but it would be kind of expensive. Alright. Welcome, Notative, to the chat. He says cheese. That's some very thought-provoking message right there. Okay, well, we don't have any landing gear. I mean, whatever. It's something I should have thought about, but... okay, no, I'm gonna put landing gear on this. I mean, I could have just tested how it flew, but... No, I want to see if, you know, how well this thing lands. Okay, so... Landing gear should be pretty easy to do. This thing has quite a wide wingspan, so we're gonna have to make sure... you know... We'll have to make sure that our landing gear I'll place, you know, have a nice wide base. Hey, love your vids, especially the tutorials. Are you gonna ever make more KSP tutorials? They're really helpful. Well, thank you. And yeah, I was thinking about doing more tutorials. I don't really know what to do it on. You know, I feel like I could do something on... I could try doing something a bit more, like, general. And less about how, you know, how to build something step by step, but how to design stuff. And I was thinking about doing that for an SSTO. You know, when I tried to start creating SSTOs, I found that, you know, most of the tutorials out there, well, almost all of them were just step-by-step tutorials. You know, which isn't really that helpful. When you'll start, I mean, it will get, okay, so that will build you an SSTO, but if you ever want to design an SSTO to your own needs, it's not going to help you, so, yeah. You want to build a rocket and land on the moon. Well, I think, you know, that's a tutorial that has been done before and done very well. You know, like, I guess Scott Manley, Matt Lown, they've all done tutorials for that. I don't know if there's anything, you know, unique I could bring to the table on that subject. Alright, so an SSDO would be very helpful. I suck at building and flying them. Yeah, I mean, I might do that. Yeah. Okay, so this wouldn't be very good because my center of mass is like right there, so I can just stick these on the side. And I think, yeah, they reach down like at just the right height. Okay, so this looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with this. Okay, so let's get this thing back into orbit. Orbit selection. Okay, we just want carbon. Yeah. I know that Bradley Wistance has done a SSTO tutorial. But it was it's kind of a step-by-step guide. He does you know, it's a pretty good tutorial. He does give some, you know, general guidelines to stick to when designing your own SSTO. But you know, yeah, I might do that. I was also thinking of doing a kind of tips and tricks style video for making launches more efficient. I don't know if that's something people want to see. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't really care about efficiency, like including me. Especially sandbox players, like they often just want to launch their build into orbit, which is, you know, very, very understandable. I see where they're coming from. But you know, for example, me here playing career mode, you know, efficiency is important. Okay. So quick handy tool for those of you who do not know about this. Trajectories mod. Absolute lifesaver when it comes to SSTOs. You don't need it if you want to fly an SSTO, but you know, it's great, honestly. So okay, so here is what you can do. What's the difference between oh, that's from horizontal. Okay. No, we just want angle of attack. So here's what we're gonna do. You can set your angle of attack in each part of the atmosphere. So for the entry, we're gonna go about 20 or so degrees. Hang on, it doesn't want to let me get it exact, but and you know, you can set it for each part of the atmosphere, which is really useful. But I'm gonna go up to like 30 something degrees here. And then for low, we're gonna go I think by low it means kind of like below 10 kilometers. So that kind of angle of attack is great because, you know, you can generate more lift in the upper parts of the atmosphere, which A, reduces heating, and B, reduces the amount of G-forces. So that's pretty useful. You know, it's something that you should do in entry, but in practice, you know, it does affect your re-entry profile, and it can be a little bit counterintuitive. So that's one of the great things about trajectories. So then what you can do is create a maneuver node. And actually, I need to go to info and actually show the trajectory. And yeah, it shows exactly where you're going to land. So you can see where the space center is. You're gonna want to do that about let's see. You want to do that about, you know, the other side of the planet. And just see how close you can get it. Like, actually that's closer to the island airfield. As you can see, you can get it nice and close, like so. And okay. So I'm assuming this is taking into account our angle of attack. Yeah, when I change those, but I think that's horizontal. So I think we'd be banking like to the left and the right. So that's gonna add a little bit of normal component, I believe. Yeah, okay, this is doing something. So, okay, that's our trajectories thing set up. So what we're going to do is lock onto our maneuver node. Actually, let's open our cargo bay and extend our solar panels. So remember, this is just a simulation, but, you know, it's something, it's very worth doing when you're testing stuff. I have a feeling this isn't enough wing area, but I guess we're about to see. Okay. And actually now we can see a bit more info. So now we have 177 EVAs available, judged off how much nitrogen we have. So 177 EVAs is more than enough. Let's try and get this maneuver as exact as possible. We need to actually activate our engines. Alright, let's go. Actually, we can probably get rid of our maneuver node in just a second, and whoa, what is this? Oh, okay, so it predicts that we're gonna skip off the atmosphere. Okay, so I think I have to rethink this, and I mean, I guess that's indicating that we have a lot of lift. Yeah, it thinks we're gonna skip. So I'm gonna trust it and just go with it. Whoa, what is going on? This is very strange, but okay. I feel like, you know, 18 degrees angle of attack is not very much angle of attack, but I mean, according to this thing, we're gonna be generating a lot of lift, so I mean, cool, I guess. But I can use Smart ASS to do my attitude control. Smart ASS is great for you know, the people who actually want to use it. All right. The yeah, the torque on this thing, you know, the SAS isn't great. Could add some RCS extra reaction wheels, you know, that kind of stuff. But I don't really know. Reaction wheels are kind of heavy. Okay, does this thing want to show my... Okay, it doesn't really show where I need to have this thing. No. I thought that was meant to be an indicator there, but apparently not. Anyway. I get rid of carburism, okay. Alright, we're gonna time warp. Okay, now according to this thing, we are gonna undershoot. So, you know, I can tweak my descent. And you know, basically fine tune it however I want. Okay, so I'm going to want this to be... Yeah, I still don't know what it means by entry, high, low, and final. I don't know where the boundaries for each one is, but... I'm guessing this is entry. I'm going to say about... 50... 50 kilometers or so might be high. And actually, we're coming in quite steep, is something I've noticed. Or maybe we're just generating lift. Oh, I mean, drag. And probably a lot of it. Whatever. Our tanks are also full, which is, yeah, I should have emptied my tanks, really. Because we're not going to come down with full tanks. Alright, we need to increase our angle of attack here. And yeah, you can just... Oops. Yeah, you can just watch your landing marker. And yeah, Trajectories is a great mod. Would highly recommend if you're, you know, doing space planes. And in general, it's just great. Okay, it's quite... I say that and it's like glitching out a lot. But ignore that. Alright. Starting to see quite a lot of heat here. But as you can see, if you watch our vertical speed, we're actually, you know, scrubbing off a lot of vertical speed. We're definitely generating lift here. Which is pretty cool, I suppose. Okay, for sure, our entry profile is really, really, really steep. Yeah, yeah, something weird has happened, for sure. And I don't know what it is, but... Okay. Right, we're fairly near our space station right now. Yeah, it's like 100 kilometers away. Does it really expect us to get all the way around the planet, just off of gliding? Seems kind of silly. I mean, this thing seems to have a good glide ratio, but... It's actually hard to say. Alright, so something is getting very hot. I don't know what it is. Okay, well, it's one of our... Yeah, it's our tanks. Oxygen and nitrogen tanks, yeah. They are very prone to heating, and even when they're inside a cargo bay, they might overheat. So, yeah, you gotta be careful. Alright, so now we're actually going up. This thing has insane glide ratio. You know, this might actually be a valid entry profile to take. Like, it's kind of unorthodox, but there's nothing wrong with it. I guess we just have insane glide ratio. And I mean, it would be different with you know, empty tanks. I don't have hyper edit, so I can't drain them right now. But yeah. Okay, so we're currently on track to undershoot this by quite a lot. So actually, we need to have less angle of attack. So that means we generate less drag. Okay, this mod really isn't sure where we're going. Okay. Yeah, we're still actually going up. Okay, we also gotta watch our cockpit because this thing, you know, can overheat. What's the view like inside? Eh. I mean, Trajectories is pretty insistent that we're gonna make it back, but... I don't know. Alright, let's physics warp. I mean, we have an insane glide ratio, like, it's pretty silly. Okay, now we're definitely starting to, descend. Yeah, I feel like trajectories is just not very accurate. So I think we need to increase our angle of attack. Now we should be generating more lift. I mean, it seems confident. I don't know how true that is, but... Alright. Heating is a big problem with this. I can see some oscillation. I don't really like that. Alright, you can definitely see this thing producing lift. I mean, look, we haven't even scrubbed off that much speed. It's pretty insane. I feel like I should pull up a little bit just so that the heating doesn't really get to us. We want to start going back up if we can. Alright, note to self, don't take this. Think about your re-entry profile before you take it. Alright, now we gotta reduce our angle of attack. Hopefully that will carry us a little bit further. We're going quite a long way. Pretty ridiculous. Alright. Maybe trajectories is right. Look, we started out at 2200 meters per second pretty much, and we've only lost 700. And you know, we've made it a quarter of the way around the planet, you know. I still don't think this is the best re-entry profiles to take, but definitely we're decreasing the amount of G-forces, which is something that the Kerbals will appreciate. That really 10 degrees of angle attack. Really doesn't look like it. Okay, we need to start pulling up. Welcome to the chat. Ooh. Mikolaj Dimniki. I think I've said that right. I mean, I might have butchered that, but, you know, welcome to the chat. He says, very nice. I'm glad you think this is very nice. Yeah. Anyway, welcome. We're trying to make it back to the Kerbal Space Center. I mean, at the moment, it's not looking so good. I thought that I could trust trajectories, and yeah. I'm not so sure. It's my Polish name. I mean, hey. Maybe I should just get better at pronouncing names, you know. I'm not trying to blame you for having a non-English name. But anyway. I guess the main problem right now is heating. Like, this is getting really hot. Like, this thing's glide ratio is actually insane. Like, I don't need my wings to be this big. This is one of the problems with MechJeb. It overcorrects for everything. Alright, we've lost connection. That's just the plasma blackout. You are close to the KSC. Now everyone gets my name wrong at some point. I mean, it's a part of life. Everyone gets things wrong. Yeah, I don't think we can make it back. If I can hold this angle of attack, and that would be, you know, it could probably work, but my heating is just a big issue. So I could just try and put this, you know what? I could try and put it down in the desert. Okay, well we are generating more lift. I mean, I don't know. I mean, this thing's glide ratio is insane. It's managed to glide basically halfway around the planet at this point. Alright, we're generating lift. I'm gonna see if I can maintain my altitude here. I think best case scenario, we're probably gonna make it to the west coast here. I'm just gonna... I'm tempted to just try and land this in the desert here. I mean, I think we can make it to the west coast. You're on the Mon. Nice. Can I see the Mon? No, I think it's probably behind the horizon. Right, there is the space station right there. You can barely see it as a white dot in the sky. But yeah. Alright. I have spent a long time on this simulation. Oh geez. It's really freaking out now. One. Good job. Okay. So it's gotten to the point where it does not have enough control authority. Okay, I might have to take this over. Okay, I think it just about has enough. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we're dead. Okay, well, I've messed up my attitude control there, but whatever. This thing glides. It glides really, really well. All right, let's restart the simulation. Burn the... Okay, I actually somehow didn't think of burning my engines. But I mean, I want to see if I can make an unpowered landing. Yeah. Okay, this time I'm gonna, try and assess my descent profile a little bit better. Yeah, I think that descent was a lost cause. No descent should take that long. No descent should have to glide so much. All right. I think I should have a higher angle of attack. Like, if I can go for, like, 45 degrees, then that's pretty good, because you can, well, it kind of takes away the gliding, and it just kind of starts to become pure drag. Have I been to Tecto? I have not been to Tecto. Kind of want to go there, though. Looks pretty cool. Looks even cooler with Astronomer's Visual Pack, but that's not actually something that I have, so... Alright, we're not going to bother with any maneuver nodes this time. Oh, we're just going to go straight in. Okay. Okay, descent. This time we're going to go... We're going to go for about 50 degrees. And then 0 on the final approach. Alright, there's our ignition. Maybe I should do my deorbit burn a bit later. Hang on. Yeah, I feel like I should. Like, that's probably... Okay, we're just going to do a pro-grade burn. So that... Actually, no. Look, our periapsis is at a decent height here, so... You know what, we're going to try this. Okay, I can't quick save in simulations. Alright, I'm just going to burn prograde a tiny bit. Try and get that bang on. Okay. Okay, so... Alright, let's get ourselves into the atmosphere. This is a shallower ascent profile. Descent profile. This is not an ascent, this is a descent. So this should work a bit better. As you can see, our periapsis is about 50. Yeah, you want to try and be shallow if you can. Yeah, so you definitely want to go for... Okay, hang on, I don't want to do that. You want to be shallow, high drag instead of steep, low drag. I said, yeah, okay, I said that right. Okay. Let's pitch this thing up to 50 degrees. Alright. I haven't actually... This is actually my first time using this trajectories feature. And, you know, it's pretty cool from, you know, what I've seen so far. I'm very much liking this. Okay, so we're going to be scrubbing off more speed in the upper parts of the atmosphere this time. But we are coming in at a much more shallow sort of angle. Maybe you should recreate the Cassini-Huygens mission. It might be a good idea for a video, although the Cassini mission ended 4 years ago, but hey, it might be a good video idea still. That, you know, that actually sounds pretty cool. Yeah, Cassini-Huygens was probably one of my favorite missions of all time. And, you know, it's something I've thought about doing. Maybe I'll do it in Outer Planets. But, you know, I will admit I am not very good when it comes to gravity assists. And, you know, that's something that, I mean, you know, it's a good opportunity to learn. And yeah, I should learn. But yeah. I'm burning through a lot of funds doing this. But it's all in the name of science. But yeah, that's actually a good idea. I don't think I've seen a KSP recreation of one. Or I mean, yeah. I mean, I could do it in Outer Planets, and you know, drop a probe over at Tecto. Or if I wanted to keep it stock, I guess I could just go to Duel, and then Lathe is kind of similar-ish to Titan. I mean, in the fact that it has, you know, thick atmosphere and oceans. Okay, I think this is looking better. Don't want to speak too soon, but, you know, we're actually already over the deserts. And we're not, you know, 30 kilometers into the atmosphere, so that's good. So yeah, we're going to hold this sort of angle of attack. Actually, we need a high angle of attack. We don't want that. Yeah, as you can see, our landing marker is kind of running away from us. Yeah, we want to bring that towards the KSC. So, you know, this is, you know, if you watch, I mean, I don't think you can really watch it, but, you know, if you, I guess, you know, if you look at the space shuttle's descent, that has quite a high angle of attack, but instead of, you know, going up like this, it kind of banks to the side, and then it kind of switches every, you know, every now and then. I can't remember, I mean, I guess, they didn't want it to skip off the atmosphere, which is why they didn't just bank up. But I think it's fine to pitch up with this. Yeah, we're not skipping off the atmosphere. Because obviously, you know, when you pitch up hard like this, your glide ratio isn't going to be as good. So yeah, the idea is to scrub off as much speed in the upper atmosphere. That will reduce, you know, the G-force loads and also the heating. Alright, so we're starting to see some heating effects on here. All good, all good. What if I decrease? Okay, decreasing that brings us further away, so I think we're going to need a higher angle of attack here. You could try to see Scott Manley's way of doing gravity assists, because I don't even know how to get a gravity assist. I just dump as much fuel into my rocket as I can get so I can go further than Joule. Yeah, I think Scott Manley has made some videos about gravity assists. And I think I've watched, you know, he's done like 2 or 3 or something. Well, in KSP, of course. And you know, that they looked pretty helpful. I mean, I've done them before. I can do gravity assists to capture at Joule. I think the main thing is using Eve for gravity assists. I have some troubles with that. You know, I mean, I think it just comes down to not practicing enough. Like, I've done like 2 missions to Joule using Eve and none to Moho, so I just need to do more missions using gravity assists, really. I'm sure I will naturally progress. Alright, so as you can see, if you want to compare this to the last one, right here, we were going like 1.5 kilometers per second at 20 to 30 kilometers. This is much, much better, this descent profile. Alright, so we want to pitch up a little bit more, actually. It's having trouble. This thing, as you can see, if you look in the bottom left, the pitch indicator is all the way up. So it literally, you know, the controls are saturated. It can't put any more torque onto the thing. Maybe I need some canards at the front. That might be a good shout. Do I watch Boca Chica stuff? Yes, I follow that pretty closely. Starship is pretty cool. Damn, yeah, this thing, I can't keep the nose up on this. We need canards. That's kind of not ideal. I mean, as we get a little bit, you know, further into the atmosphere, we might have a bit more control authority. You know, because we'll have, I guess, more airspeed. Thicker atmosphere. But I don't know. We might have to, you know, stick some canards on the front of this thing. If it's, you know, if it can't keep its nose up. Is the plane too top heavy or is it back heavy? It might be causing a pitch. Well, at the moment, it is front heavy. Front heavy means that it will be stable, but... So the more front heavy it is, the more stable it is, but the harder it is to keep the nose up. And, yeah, this is definitely having trouble keeping its nose up, so... Okay, so what I can do is actually put the nose down and instead have a negative angle of attack. Now this will be generating negative lift. So now I'm pushing myself down. This is not good for my G-loads or heating. But it's kind of what I have to do. So yeah, now I'm really just pushing myself down into the atmosphere. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't do this. This isn't good for heating. So I'm going to pull up. I'm just going to, yeah, keep our nose as high as possible. Because we need to slow right down. As you can see, we're going to overshoot this by a really long way. Okay. I think we ought to just put our nose down and hope for the best. I think that that canards would really help. They would really help. Alright, so I guess the advantage of this is I am pushing myself into the lower parts of the atmosphere. In fact, I'm going to just take control myself. Alright, ooh, here comes the G-forces. Alright. So I don't want to spin out because that happens. Okay, well. Okay, well, I know what needs to be done. You should have a high nose to pull a Starship. But Werner RCS, I mean, I could add RCS. Alright. Alright, we're going to end the simulation and put canards, and hopefully that fixes it. And not, I mean, and alternatively, I can move the nodes forwards. I mean, you have to remember that this thing is fully fueled. That's kind of unrealistic. You know, when I'm landing this thing, it's gonna be pretty much empty. So I think that's also contributing. Yeah, let's grab a canard and put it at the front. What mods am I using? There is a big list at the, in the description. Now our center of lift is further forwards. So let's empty our fuel tanks. I'm gonna leave a little bit in this tail tank, so that we can do our deorbit burn. Oh yeah, by the way, welcome Fishy and SN15. Okay, so I guess we're doing another simulation. You'll love to see it. Alright. Orbit selection. Okay, I think that descent profile worked. That was pretty good. Damn, okay, this might take, I might have to continue this tomorrow. We still need to do the booster. And I haven't decided if I'm going to make that booster reusable. I mean, I would like to, but in practice, reusability is hard. Someone that said my name right. Fishy. How do I even say it? Fishy eye. I've literally forgotten how I said it. Have I ever seen the mod Extra Solar? I think I've heard of that. Is that like an extra star systems mod? Alright. So that worked pretty well. So what did I do? I did about 55 degrees of angle of attack, and then like 30. Actually, no, I can actually go up to like 40. Okay. Fishy just forgot the IYY. Oh, okay, whatever. Okay. So let's do our deorbit burn. Yeah, I should get out of the habit of stopping and restarting the engine. That is a habit that many stock players have, including myself. And it is one that I need to get rid of if I'm going to play with Kerbalism. Because we have limited ignitions. Oh, what? Okay, so apparently this thing doesn't have unlimited ignitions. Or burn time. And I guess, cool. I mean, I feel like I'm cheating now, but whatever. Alright, this thing's gonna be spinning, whatever. Okay, so I've never really played true vanilla. Yeah, I mean, at the moment, I'm definitely enjoying modded more than stock. I don't know, it's nice to play with mods. It adds a red dwarf called Valentine. It has a gas giant. If it was 4 times bigger than its normal radius right now, it would become a brown dwarf. And there are 4 more odds as well. That's pretty cool. Is that so? Does it add them as separate star systems, or is it just adding them to the? Well, I mean, since there's a red dwarf, I guess that is a separate star system. That sounds pretty cool. And if it's compatible with outer planets, then I might check it out. Although realistically, there's already so much content in outer planets that, I don't know if I'd ever get to the other star system. But I guess that's kind of a nice, like, end goal for the series, colonize another star system. But then, you know, I don't have any warp drive tech. I mean, actually, I think, yeah, I don't know. Especially visual mods, but Parallax has its own weird collision built to go with the much better textures. Yeah, I mean, I guess if it's a stock installation and you have visual mods, it's still stock in, well, according to many people. Separate star system. Okay, that's pretty cool. Do you know if it's compatible with outer planets? Because if it is, then you know, I might be interested. Alright, I think we can just time warp through most of this. Okay, and yeah, look at that. Our controls are already saturated, or almost. There we go. And now the nose is going to start falling. Look at that. I don't think it has textures for the outer planets, but sure it does work for lots of stock planets. Yeah, Parallax. Definitely a good mod. And I've seen pictures of outer planets with extrasolar, and guess what? It is compatible. Okay, that's cool. I will look into it. All right. I mean, this is yeah. Maybe I need Werner engines or something. So this thing can't bring its nose up. Hang on. Okay, I haven't really thought about this, but would my control surfaces have more torque if they're placed further away from the so my control surfaces, I generally want them to be further away from my center of mass, don't I? So what I could do is add some ailerons at the back here. I don't really know, but because these are, I mean, they're not that close to the center of mass. Alright, well, yeah, we're gonna go shooting past the KSC at this rate. I guess we might as well watch it happen. So yeah, this is, I also feel like we might need a bigger tail fin. Because the Yaw Authority... Not, okay, I feel like MechJeb isn't really doing its job here. I have Event Horizon and another much smaller planet mod that adds a few super eccentric planets. Event Horizon is definitely something to get near endgame. I'm going to try to add Outer Planets mod. Okay. Haven't actually heard of Event Horizon. Alright. Yeah, this thing just can't keep its nose up. Okay, so we might have to have more torque outside of just control surfaces. So that could mean, you know, RCS, reaction wheels, you know, that kind of stuff. It adds some wormholes around Jewel that take you to a giant black hole like Interstellar. Damn, that's a pretty cool idea. Okay, so let's see. I think I have Vernier, whatever they're called. I have them unlocked, I think. Burner engine, that's the one. This thing has good thruster power, so I could just place one on the underside, you know, on my underside of my nose, a bit like that. If I put it as far away as possible, that gives me the best torque that I can get. Okay, so I don't know if that's enough. It could be worth adding several. Now, how much fuel do these drain actually? Okay, well, not loads. Orbiting around the black hole is a neutron star. You can see the black hole and the neutron star from the surface of Kerbin. Wow, that's that's pretty intense. Alright, I think I only need one. These Verne engines are powerful, and this is not super heavy. Okay, someone's gonna make a comment about super heavy, aren't they? Alright, here we go again. And I think if you do start a series on Extrasolar, to make it more interesting, you could install research bodies, and you have to find out each planet by a telescope or the communication center. I actually have research bodies installed right now, but I don't think it's really working properly. Not sure what's going on. But yeah, it's a good mod for sure. And when you're new to a planet pack, it's nice to have research bodies. To be honest, I don't think if I was going to play Extrasolar, I don't know if I'd necessarily start a new series. I could just carry on with this because, at this stage in the game, it's not like I would have reached, other star systems already, like I installed Outer Planets, a few episodes into the series. Alright, we have been here before. We're just going to quickly set our entry angles. A bit like that. Hopefully we can keep our nose up with our brand new Werner thruster. I think research bodies only works with career mode or science mode. Well, of course I am on career mode, so yeah. I mean, it makes sense. I don't see why, how it would work with sandbox. Okay. Let's do this. Robster Please is re-entering the atmosphere. Yeah, because you were just at the mine, weren't you? If I am remembering that correctly. Alright, good luck with your re-entry. Let's hope your Kerbals make it back safely. Well, I'm assuming it's a manned flight. Alright, so we will have to leave a little bit of fuel left for RCS. That's fine. Okay. We're going to do this, input our angle of attack, and execute. Alright, so you are doing a manned flight. Alright, very nice. Alright, we are burning through money by doing these simulations. I mean, we have some decent money at the moment, but money, we almost... Well, okay, so if our EVSAT mission failed, we would have gone bankrupt, basically. So, we came pretty close. And I just realized that's a retrograde descent profile. So we're going to need to do a retro burn real quick. Oh, damn. Okay. I mean, that's fine. Okay, this isn't right. I don't know what this is. Alright, whatever. Event Horizon link. I don't know if it's going to let you paste links in chat. That might just be a YouTube thing. Okay. Alright, I'm going to turn on RCS. And wow, okay. Okay, yeah, our RCS is pretty powerful. So yeah, we're only going to need the one Werner engine. And how does that affect our fuel usage? Assuming not very much. Now, does this engine have gimbaling? Just curious. Yeah, it does. To be honest, having a 100% reliable engine on a crewed vehicle is kind of nice. Well, apparently we're overshooting the KSC here, so I'm gonna bring my nose up a little bit. So yeah, we're basically coming in vertical here. Well, not quite. Recovered and safe. Yes. Congratulations. Are you doing a career or something? Alright, does that actually does that actually bring us further away? What if we go all the way up to 90? And I would also recommend Galaxies Unbound, not Nova or Barmy. But the Galaxies Unbound mod, it would mostly kill your frame rate because the amount of stars and they look really amazing as well. Yeah, if something's gonna affect performance, I'm gonna try and stay away from it because my game already runs not very well with this many mods, so yeah. Sandbox. Okay, that's great. You know, it's good to do a little bit of sandbox sometimes. My KSP already eats 14 gigs of RAM. That's actually more than I have on my computer. Yeah, I don't have like a super high spec computer. I have 8 gigs. I mean, okay, so I could install more RAM. I might go up to 16 at some point. Would probably help with video editing and stuff. Alright, this thing is flipping over. Excuse me. Oh no. Why? It's just been going crazy with the RCS. Come on. Okay. What if I just bring that down? I don't like this. I'm gonna bring it down to like 55. Okay. I think it's gonna stabilize. No, okay, so it's just the RCS thrusters just overpowering everything else. Okay. I think we've kind of got this under control. The only problem is, don't use these front flaps for roll. Oh, you mean these are canards? How do I? Okay, the roll. If I turn that off. Oh, that's gonna do negative. Alright, I'm gonna trust you. Okay, so the problem is that MechJeb isn't controlling roll. Because the way MechJeb works is it's not exactly perfect. But it's not gonna worry about roll until it's done everything else. It does pitch in your first, then it worries about roll. So I'm gonna have to worry about probably roll and maybe your, you know, myself. So that's kind of annoying. Helps for you. Okay, well, I think it's more to do with MechJeb. Alright, so we're actually generating quite a lot of lift here. Still can't keep the nose up. There is an atmosphere autopilot mod. I don't know. I mean, my attitude towards autopilots is a kinda mixed. Like, I'm kind of okay with them. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna try and stay away from them in this series. Alright, this didn't work last time, but we're gonna try it. Gonna try and force ourselves down a little bit. It holds attitude quite well. I mean, so does MechJeb. It's just that the problem isn't, you know, our attitude control. It's you know, our control in the first place. Like our, you know, we just don't have enough torque. I feel like this YouTube channel should get a bit more subscribers. It seems like a really epic channel. Well, I'm glad you think that. I mean, I have my work cut out if I want to get more subs, but you know, I appreciate the kind words. Okay, I'm gonna try and avoid heating as best as I can. This is gonna be difficult. Alright, we're gonna pull up hard here. Yeah, I mean, it's made for atmospheric use, making worse planes handle quite well. I mean, smart ASS is like, is perfectly good for one. It's just not, you know, the plane is the problem here. Alright, I might be able to turn this thing around. And head back to the KSC. I could try doing an ascent profile with a lesser angle of attack, I guess. Alright, I'm going to take control of this myself. And try my best to turn this around. Alright, the yaw control is slightly dodgy. Might need a bigger tail fin. Alright, we'll see what I can do here. I think you're meant to turn off roll on your tail fin. Alright, we might not make it back to the KC, but I think the island runway is doable. Alright. Island airfield landing, I mean, we're going right past it. I mean, we could try, but it's gonna be tough. Okay. I'm gonna try to push myself down. Hopefully I can get some more. Actually, that's not really a good idea. Alright, we're definitely starting to get more lift now. Alright, I'm gonna try not to destroy my plane from the G-forces. Alright, we gotta be careful. We're pulling a lot of G's here. Alright, we're gonna go into... Okay, no, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. Alright, this thing is going crazy, man. I don't think I have stuff auto-strutted, which isn't... Yeah, that doesn't help. Okay, we're gonna turn off RCS. Jesus, why is this wobbling so much? I turn this off. I mean, I could try using SAS instead. I might be better off with SAS. Because yeah, the problem with smart ASS MechJeb is that it just overcorrects for everything. So you know it kind of gets itself into a feedback loop, right? Apparently, I meant to use my engine here, so and I can get a little bit of extra mileage. Actually, okay. I'm not gonna use my engine here because I have my drag is kind of too high. What's my ISP looking like right now? Not terrible. 254 seconds. Could be a lot worse. Okay, I'm going to try and stay subsonic here. I think I could make it back to the island runway. Okay, I think I can make it back. I'm going to have this thing running at low power. Alright, we're approaching fast. Activate navigation here. And what we're going to try and do is, you know, line ourselves up early. That does help. Drag on this thing isn't terrible. Alright, we're going to cut off our engine. Alright. I can't even tell which way the runway is. Okay. Okay, I have to turn. I'm not coming in at the right angle at all. Yeah, okay, whatever. I think I can make this. I have enough glide ratio. Okay, we are actually coming in pretty fast here. So I'm gonna do a hard turn. Okay, we don't want to lose too much speed. But we're gonna wait until we're nice and lined up, and then we can turn again, extend our gear. Alright, yeah, we're coming in fast. Very, very fast. I'm going to try and scrub off as much speed as possible, but yeah, we're coming in very, very fast. Alright, nose up. Come on. This thing just doesn't have enough drag. Brakes, do your magic. Come on. Alright, nope, nose up. Alright. Alright, we're going in for another attempt. God, okay, we're gonna have to fire up those engines. They're not gonna go for long. Alright, engines out. Oh god, I don't think I can turn fast enough. Alright, we're putting it down in the ocean. I'm not gonna make it back to the runway. Alright, this thing doesn't have the best glide ratio. I can't get my nose up, okay. And I don't have any liquid fuel oxidizer for RCS, so we're gonna be coming down fast here. Can we take the impact? Oh. Just about. Alright. Damn, okay, well. That was a rough landing. Pull up to slow. I literally could not pull up there. That was a... Yeah. Okay, so more wing area. More control surfaces. Maybe some reaction wheels could help. This is a bit of a design challenge. I mean, I should be able to do this. I just need to... Okay, so my wings probably need to be wider for starters. You know, the reaction wheels are very weak. I could just add another inside this cargo bay. I don't think I'm not sure how much air brakes would work. Just came back to him landing in the ocean. Tried to land at the island runway, missed. Oh, I went too fast. Basically this thing can't keep its nose up. I want to try to make an SSDO that can hold a full Saturn V. Well, good luck with that. Sounds like quite a rigorous task. Alright. I need a bigger tail fin, for starters. Alright, that kind of thing. You have ablative air brakes installed. Use those during re-entry. Not a bad idea. Definitely not a bad idea. Okay. I don't know if I have them unlocked, though. I don't know where they are in the tech tree. Alright, we're gonna make these wider. Wide wings. Let's go. Alright, now these control surfaces aren't lined up properly. We're gonna go for that kind of thing, I think. Rotate these a little bit. They might just be normal air brakes. I mean, I have a mod called Ablative-Airbrake, so pretty sure it just does what it says on the tin. So I'll see where you unlock them. Yeah, they probably would be quite helpful. Just add another set of flaps only for roll. Where do you think they should be? Like sort of near the back? Okay, so the second after the extrasolar I'd really recommend is the mod Collie. Collie famous system. It only has a single planet and only 3 moons, and it looks amazing, really amazing. Okay, yeah, I'll check that out. Alright, we gotta rotate this. They might just add ablator to air brakes. True. No, this doesn't have any ablator. I'm pretty sure they are separate parts. I mean, just make these near the fuselage shorter? What do you mean? I don't know. Yeah, I'll see if I can find where these air brakes are in there. Air brakes can possibly keep the nose up. Not necessarily, because you have to remember that, you know, generally when air brakes are used, it's to keep it stable. So you'd have them at the back to produce more drag at the back. And that's great because it means that if you're, you know, if your center of mass ends up in front, you know, behind your center of lift, that's gonna bring the nose up. You know, it will spin out. So I don't really know how much that will help. Alright, let me try and fix that. I mean, big wings like this, you know, could possibly help. Alright, I'm gonna go check out, see if I can find where the ablative air brakes are in the tech tree. Air brakes at the back should slow the rear and bring the front up, also helping to slow. Okay, I mean, I could try. If I have the ablative ones, then that would be great. Because the standard ones are, I mean, they have really bad heat tolerance. And considering they are literally air brakes, I mean, I guess they're designed for, you know, low atmosphere kind of supersonic, not hypersonic use. Let's see. Hypersonic flight, here they are, ablative air brakes. That's gonna take some science to unlock. I mean, they look good, but like, maybe add a small angle of attack to the front canards. That's a pretty good idea, actually. I could try using grid fins. I mean, I could. I do have them unlocked, but I have 1,000 science. I know, I have enough science to unlock it, but I kind of want to save some science. There's a lot of stuff that, you know, I have planned. I don't necessarily want to spend it all on this, you know. It could be a good thing to go to Tecto. Yeah, we are going to go to Tecto at some point in this series. Trust me on that. It definitely looks very, very cool. But at the moment, we've only been as far as Eve, so... yeah. Hang on, let me just check what this thing's going to look like with... when it's all fueled up. Okay, well, I can kind of imagine how that look. Okay, so... One suggestion was to add an angle of attack to the front canards. It's not showing me the direction, but I can see how that could work. For sure. I mean, they already have their own control surface built in. I mean, we have bigger wings now, so I could just try... You know what, I'm not going to do a full re-entry test. I'm just going to kind of drop it from a few kilometers and see how it flies. Yeah, that actually sounds like a good idea. Okay, let's do that. So I'm just going to put it on the runway, then use the cheat menu to cheat it up a couple kilometers. So we're not going to really be testing, you know, hypersonic flight. I just want to see, you know, if it can't keep its nose up, going subsonic, then it, you know, might have trouble in, like, the upper atmosphere and stuff. I have Thunder Exploration. I have been playing with the Starship. The Raptor Plume looks amazing. Yup. I mean, I haven't actually seen that, but, you know, the Falcon, you know, like the Merlin engine plumes, they look really, really good. I'm guessing you are playing with Real Plume, because, yeah. Real Plume is a great mod. Alright. Let's get this thing going. Alright, we still have the level 1 runway. Not the prettiest thing in the game, but whatever. Okay, altitude, we're going to go ahead and put that at 2 kilometers. And I'm going to set my... actually, I'm going to leave that. Alright, here we go. Okay, we need to turn off physics easing. I pressed that, don't I? There we go. Now we're in freefall, and its nose instantly pitches down. Okay, I should have, like, yeah, adjusted the actual position so it was a bit further, you know, behind the runway. But let's see if I can get the nose up. With the help of some RCS, it's very much possible. I'm probably missing the runway here, but whatever. Okay. It's not horrible. I think it's better with more wing area, for sure. And, you know, when you use RCS, it's even better. So let's try and bring this thing down. Glide ratio does look a little bit better. Still struggling to get that nose up. But there we go, touchdown. Put on those brakes. Looks more controllable already. It's decent, it's decent. I mean, it struggles sometimes, but... yeah, I mean, it could get its nose up. One thing I didn't add was reaction wheels, which is something that definitely helps us in the upper atmosphere. You know, when there's a lot less air speed. Well, not speed, but you know what I mean. Less air pressure. So I think I should add, you know, a reaction wheel. In general, this thing just turns really slowly in space, so, yeah. And I think I will have, you know, actual thruster blocks, because I'm going to want to be able to maneuver this thing and dock it and stuff. Yeah, so I guess that might marginally help a tiny bit. But, you know, an extra reaction wheel might go a long way. Alright, we'll add the reaction wheel, then we'll do another re-entry test. Maybe add a small radial drogue chute pack at the back for landing. Now, that is actually a very good idea. That, yeah, I like that. Okay. Alright, so once we've loaded it up, we'll make those changes. Any second now. Yeah, I guess the space shuttle did have those drogue chutes. Or I guess one drogue chute, but still. Or just a regular radial parachute. I mean, does it matter? I feel... You see, I mean, drogue chutes can deploy at higher speeds, but... you see, the thing is with using a regular parachute, it's just going to slow me down too much, and I'm going to go into a stall. So I think I think it does need to be a drogue. I think I can get away with just one. Yeah, just a cheeky little drogue chute. It was triple drogues that deployed after landing. Oh, I'm remembering one drogue chute on the space shuttle, but me, I'm gonna trust you on that. Alright, let's get a reaction wheel in here. Oh, I didn't realize I had this fuel tank. Yeah, I should get rid of that. Alright. Yeah, because this thing's not gonna have a payload during landing. Unless I decide to grab something from space and bring it to the surface, but that probably wouldn't happen very much. Where's the one I want? Advanced Inline Stabilizer. They all have different names and it's confusing. Hit action groups and click the shoot pack. Yeah, I mean, I could have it on staging, to be honest. To be honest, that's actually just easier. For me, at least. Alright, okay. Alright, let's do another deorbit test. These do take longer than I'd like, but whatever. It's what you gotta do. And have I... okay, no, I haven't. What difference does it really make? All right. Okay. I might also do you can configure the chute, make it single or triple, and change its drag amount. Oh. Okay, well, I guess it's too late now, but I mean, standard drogues are like, because oh, real shoot. I don't actually have real shoot. Although maybe I should get it because it looks pretty good, but yeah. Anyway, I might go for a slightly lower angle of attack, more, might go for more like 45 degrees rather than the 60 degrees I was doing before. All right. Cool. Let's get going. It looks like you do that shoot pack. You put it on the same model as the real shoot one. I think it's just restock that gives it that model. All right, so let's go for like 50 degrees ish. Don't want anything like too extreme. All right, fire up that engine. We don't actually have very much fuel. I thought I would have more, but I guess we can't use RCS really. Whatever. We're gonna have to not rely on RCS for this. I mean, I could turn on infinite propellant. All right, so 45 degrees is what I want. Alright, let's get into the atmosphere. Well, if he does get real shoot installed, he could also install custom parachute message. It would be a cool addition. Is that a separate mod or something? I have not heard of that. Alright, let's time warp. Alright, so watch the pitch indicator here. When it goes all the way to the top, that's when you start losing control. Because, yeah. It means you don't have enough control authority. Alright, so as you can see, the angle isn't quite as extreme as it was before. Hopefully this works out for us. Alright, so now you can see the pitch is starting to put up a bit of a fight. Alright, we're starting to go past KSC. Custom parachute message is pretty much you can put in a secret message like Kerbal Space Center and it would go into a coded message in the parachute. Oh, I see. They're kind of like I guess what they did with the Perseverance parachute. I guess that's pretty cool. Yeah, I might get real shoot actually. It looks like a good mod. I'm gonna pull my nose way up. Actually, maybe I need to bring it down. I don't want to go as far. Like, I mean, no, I'm not. Alright. whatever. We're just gonna stick to what we've input into our trajectories. Alright, we are coming in, yeah, very fast here. I need to bleed off more speed. Bruh, why is there a bunch of decimal places? Okay. Alright, we're basically pointing straight up now, because we need to kill off a lot of speed. Yeah, I think we're overshooting this one. It feels like trajectories isn't really accounting for lift very much. I don't know. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go right past the KSC. I could do a bit of this. Oh, why? Why? Stop it. Oh, that's my yeah, that needs to be 180. Alright. We gotta get this thing down. We're still at 60 kilometers. Wow. Not how I expected this to go. Maybe you should also try Lunar multiplayer. It'll be a really cool mod to play with your friends in the same server. I have tried it. And it's pretty good. I'm not like I've played it like with like one other person. I don't really know what it's gonna be like with a lot of people, but yeah. Alright, well we are overshooting this by miles. Miles and miles. Oh well. Backwards re-entry. Pretty cool. I'm tempted to restart this actually. I don't know. No, I just want to see how this thing holds up, so we're gonna just do this normally. Yeah, let's get into like a normal position. We're gonna turn on infinite propellant because I do not have as much fuel as I thought I would. After 30 people, everything lags, even if the server is fine. Okay, fair enough. Alright, this thing is starting to struggle. So if I do that, now it can use the RCS. Oh boy. It isn't like this. The game clients lag the server. Is usually fine. Okay. I mean, unless you'd probably have to run it on the same computer as you're playing on. I would imagine. Okay, I'm gonna make this a realistic value. Okay, so note to self, this is I mean, this struggles. Even at like 40 degrees, it can hardly keep up. So we might need a, you know, a lower angle of attack still. Alright, let's just time warp. We're probably gonna reach the next continent after. Yeah, look at this. Okay, I mean, I could try moving my wings forward. Or maybe giving myself bigger canards at the front. Alright, I just want to see if I can land this. Doesn't matter where. Doesn't matter how. Just want to land it. Okay. So I think I ought to move the wings further forward. I ran a Luna server for YouTube with like 7k subs, and when 60 people were on the server, your game would crash. But on my side, the server was happy, only eating 1.5 gigs of RAM. Okay, I mean, like I said, I don't have like the best computer, so I mean, I guess I could, you know, if someone else is happy to run it. I mean, no pressure at all, but like, yeah. And I mean, at the same time, I also don't know. Realistically, I don't know how much time I'd commit to it. You know. Okay, so I think I need bigger canards. Wings a little bit further forward. The only problem is that when this thing is fully fueled up and it has a payload, then it's, you know, everything, you know, the center of mass is actually further back. But then it is also going to be on a booster, and then that brings another problem, like how do I make sure the booster doesn't flip out? Alright, this thing glides like mad. Wow. Alright, let's stop the time warp. The nose gonna go up at all? Oh, I see. It's okay. It needs to be 0, 0. Like, it's struggling. It's really struggling. Okay. Yeah, the tail fin is not really doing its job. Oh wow. Okay. Kill rotation. Use SAS instead. No, turn that off and then use SAS. Might have a better time with SAS. He played on it for like 2 weeks straight, pulling around 200 viewers each stream, and on one stream about 350 people. I mean, that's pretty good. Is this our pilot? Because I think I remember you might have ran a server for him. Alright, it's just slightly more controllable with SAS rather than MechJeb. Look how far we overshot by. Well, okay, it was pilot. All right, we can land on this landmass over here. I mean, to be honest, like given if you look at the size of Pilot's channel and then look at mine, like I don't know how many people are gonna play on mine, realistically, but yeah. Alright, let's just try and land this thing. And, yeah, well, I've been streaming for almost 2 hours now. I mean, actually, if you include the stream that crashed earlier, then that is more than 2 hours. Okay. Alright, this thing has a real tendency to wobble about like this. I'm gonna bring my nose up, because we want to kill off speed. I mean, it's kind of, you know, once you start getting into the denser parts of the atmosphere, it becomes a bit more maneuverable, I'd say. I might turn down the roll authority, because this is just really twitchy. Especially on the roll axis. Alright, this thing doesn't fly badly. It's just when it's in the upper atmosphere, it just can't keep its nose up. So I think I need to move my wings forward. It means that when it's fully loaded up, it won't be, you know, stable, but that's fine because it's going to be on top of a booster. And I'm just going to need to make sure my booster has like insane gimbaling, pretty much, and maybe some big fins. You pull a good amount of videos on each video. The good ones around 1k. I think I have 2 videos with over 1k, and then like one that's almost at 1k. I don't know. It's always the stock videos that get more views, which is a shame because I kind of enjoy like doing modded more than stock. But yeah, like it's kind of funny. My rover and sky crane tutorial just started gaining loads of views like around the time of the Perseverance landing, which I'm sure is no coincidence. Okay, so we do have a drogue chute this time. Obviously, we're coming in very, very fast. But we have the aid of the drogue chute. Okay, so let's try and land this. Alright, so I'm going to have to probably hit my drogue chute around just a moment. Okay, now. There it is. Alright, there we go. We've slowed down. We're starting to fall. Okay, this is bad. Alright. That's how not to land the plane. That was not pretty. It's still frozen. Oh dear. Oh, this is not good. Ooh, rough landing. Really rough landing. Okay, so yeah. I need to, like, not deploy my chute so early. I have to, like... Okay, so in the real thing, I'd be right above the runway. And, you know, and hopefully I'd be able to, you know, come down right above it, then deploy it. It's, you know, here it's hard to judge how high I am. But, you know, let's end the simulation. And, I mean, yeah, we've definitely made some good progress this stream. I will continue this in tomorrow's stream, but yeah, that's basically all I have time for this stream. You know, it's been over 2 hours. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching the stream. You know, I'm gonna have to say the usual. If you did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and hang on, have some history. Maybe we should add a emergency regular parachute. Kind of defeats the purpose of having a plane. You should pull the chute after you touch down. Yeah, I should actually set up an action group to cut it in the case of an emergency, or in, you know, usual circumstances. But anyway, thanks everyone for watching the stream. If you liked it, leave a like, subscribe if you're not already, join my Discord if you're not in it. The link to the Discord is in the description of this video. You know, we actually have it's a fairly active Discord, like, you know, we have quite a few people in it. So yeah, if you want to join that, yeah, you can join that. There's a link in the description. But anyway, thanks everyone for watching the stream. Hope you enjoyed, and until next time, have a great rest of your day.